Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner Classics, that's known classics. This is episode number 1980, and Doubleshot number 1874. With this one, 20 more episodes to go to reach episode 2000. Okay, with this one, we got two stuff related to Green Arrow. The other one's just individual issues that was part of an extra trade. I'll get to which one it is. But first, we have Green Arrow Volume 6 Last Action Hero, which collects issues from Green Arrow issues 39 to 50. All done by Mike Grohl. As a matter of fact, he actually has some artwork in these issues. Yes, seriously, he actually does some interior artwork with Dennis B. Cohen, who actually did the Question series, and Rick Horberg. Yes, so as what happened with the last set of issues, you see, Green Arrow was accused of treason and also a bunch of other stuff that's completely untrue because he was duped in what he was. And he was closed charges, but people were just not interested in him anymore. And he lost faith in the country, so he decided to just do some wandering. That's what he did. So he ends up basically walking through the woods, and then he says supposedly a woman, turns out it was actually a male actor, on a set in frickin' Canada. Yes, running some mountain. Now, the thing is, he had no idea he crossed the border. He just wanted some mountains and just ended up here. Yeah, he had no idea he ended up in Canada. The other places he goes to in these issues is actually Africa and London, before he finally gets back on issue 50. Yeah, can you believe this old book takes place? This was like a collection of 12 issues, of course, a full year. So, meanwhile, though, Diana basically, she also gets some help in the flower shop before Oliver leaves to go on his quest to basically to sort of redeem himself. By the way, on this quest, he also runs into an Indian shaman, basically gets into his inner self here. That'll last for a couple issues. Now, here's the name of the story you have in these issues. You have, a lot of these are basically, with the exception of a few issues, for 39, it's Sunday on the Tarmac with George. 40 is Spirit Quest. 41 is Hooray for Oliver Wood. There's actually reference in here to the Robin Hood movie. I believe it was an older movie. He actually met the guy who actually played Robin Hood once. Fall Guy, Legends of Stupid Heroes, Rocks in Ruins, Raising a Rock As, and then we have, let's see, it's 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And then we have from 46 to 48, Round the Horn. Which takes up issues 46 to 48. 49 is The Last Lion. And 50 is Home is the Hunter. And that's double-sided issue. This book is just really good. I love Mike Grohl's runs. It's just really good stuff for Green Arrow. It's different for him. Surprisingly, we don't get runs like this that last this length. And surprisingly, there's no Green Arrow book published right now. Shame on you, DC, if you're not publishing a Green Arrow book right now. I get this book a 9.5 out of 10. I probably would not recommend it for kids, per se, because it's basically a very mature book. Also, these issues, basically, I should also point out, though, there's no instance in these. There is actually one time in all these issues where you have Green Arrow and Black Canary have sex. Only once this happens. Yes, once. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. Now, we're discussing right now issues 40 to 50. Now, interestingly enough about these issues, let's see if I can find the actual page here. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. Now, these issues have been collected before in a trade known as Moving Targets. It's 11 issues. Yes, it's 11 issues. Now, I have pretty much discussed the two trades that come after this one. Heading into the Light, which had collected issues 52, 54, 59, which I did cover that one in 51, 53 because that trade skipped it for some strange reason. And Crawling for Rackets, which basically was 60 to 65. Next Comic Corner, I will be discussing the final trade for this run for Green Arrow. This is from Green Arrow Volume 3. A run that, here's the strange thing though. When I got into DC Comics, this was actually 12 years ago this year, This run was not being published at that point. Nope. And you might be asking, Nick, what run of Green Arrow was publishing at the time you started reading DC Comics? The answer is, and this is why it surprised you, it was actually the JT Crow run. The one that basically lasts 11 issues. That run was actually just starting when I got into DC Comics, because I believe Brightest Day was going on at the time. So that's pretty much the run was going on at that point. And I have been reading Green Arrow at that point because I love Green Arrow. I basically started with the Bat books and Green Arrow. Because Green Arrow was because I love Green Arrow. I may have gone to Batman books first because I love Batman. Like all the Bat books, with the exception of Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey. But reluctantly, I got into those two books. Eventually, I got into the other books. The last one I was reluctant to get into was Flash. I was reluctant to get to that one because I didn't want to do too much, but I just did Flash anyways. Oh, I also did Green Lantern. I also did that one too because I like Green Lantern as well because I like sci-fi stuff. So, just like also be a bit of time to get to that one, but I did eventually get into it mainly because Batman was in it. Another one, the other two books I was very hesitant to start reading was basically Superman and Wonder Woman. There are books, but I read them. As a matter of fact, Wonder Woman, I've actually read the entire series. Yes, Wonder Woman, I've read all the issues, all 700 issues. Like 780 issues. I read the entire thing. It took me some time. But yes, I did read it. Green Arrow, yes I have. I have actually read all these issues before. Just now I'm talking about them. Now, we're talking basically about 40 to 50. Now, excuse me. This is from Judd Winnick's one. You still have Phil Holster on the artwork here. Mostly for issues 40 to 45. This is basically Mia Dearden's start as Speedy. Yeah, that's simply put what it is. Basically, you have stuff related to, well, and you also deal with the rise of Brick in here in these issues. Yes, you also deal with the rise of Brick. And also, and of course, we have Black Canary and Green Arrow have a disagreement over Mia Dearden possibly become a killer. And then she punched him, which he deserved. And then we have sort of dealing with, like I said, the rise of Danny Brick. The story is called New Blood. That's what the story is called. It lasts from 40 to about 45. The Time Moving Target, which is the trade that takes name from, is actually issue 41. Normally, trades do usually take the title of a story they're collecting. On an occasion, they might take a title from one of the parts. The only time I've seen this happen was actually in, I believe, was the third trade that collected Chris Claremont's third run for Uncanny X-Men, where his third trade, despite the fact being called a different title of the storyline, they actually could tell On Ice was actually from part 3 of the storyline. Yep, so we also deal with these issues with Connor Hawke and Mia, who really wants to become basically like a new partner for Green Arrow. Yeah, that's most of what this is. And her eventually, she does become, by the end of the story, she does first become Green Arrow's partner, becoming Speedy for the first time. Yeah. Also, it's Lieutenant Brickwell, and of course, she gets rescued in this warehouse by Mia. And then eventually, like, she gets injured and she's taken to the hospital. Yeah, that's what happens here in these issues. Yeah, and of course, Danny Brickle gets to get arrested, though he hauled to jail. Yeah, and excuse me, it's found in issue 44 that Mia Dearden, this is something that I kind of knew about because it was revealed online on Wikipedia, that Mia Dearden is HIV positive. Yes, the reason why she was revealed HIV positive because of her previous life as a prostitute. Yes, because Mia Dearden was a prostitute prior to becoming a partner of Green Arrow. Yes, so She's HIV positive. She should be very careful. So she basically the Green Arrow family does know about it, and they accept it, no problem. Then we have this wonderful scene of Connor kissing Mia, which leads to nothing. Yeah, seriously, it leads to nowhere. Um, and then by 45, she just becomes Speedy. And, come on, seriously. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, this is her costume. And she would have this costume up until 2011. From 2005 to 2011, for basically a period of about 6 years, she had this costume. And then she disappeared from DC Comics, popped up one store, has popped up since then. So, basically in 45, she reveals to her whole school that she's HIV positive. And then, like, the very next issue, she's off to become a member of the Teen Titans. Yeah, seriously. With issue 46, she's offered to play as Teen Titans, and she kind of joins up with them. Yeah, that's the thing. She becomes a member of the Teen Titans. And yeah, it's by far the only other team aside from Team Arrow that she's actually part of. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and this basically kind of Winnick was basically just added her part of the team, which is interesting to say the least. She officially joins the team, actually just like basically not long after this issue. You can officially remember issue 21 during Jeff Johns' run. And I believe she remains part of the team up until the Flashpoint reboot. Yeah, she does. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, currently they kind of replaced it with Miko in the current continuity, basically with a female archer. Yeah, Red Arrow takes that job. So yeah, then we have her dealing with a bunch of robots, and then have her join the Teen Titans, which joins the following month. Like, she's reluctant at first when she offered a place. Now, the way Phil Holster draws Cyborg is weird. Yeah, here's Cyborg on the Phil Holster's artwork. It looks so weird. By the way, for some strange reason, you kind of look like you have Green Arrow in one of his classic costumes, but no, it still has a scarf there, so it's still a regular costume. So, and by the way, the lamp at this point in time, it consists of, get this, Kid Flash, who's Bart Allen. Currently, he's back being Impulse now, because Angel Sandmark, aka Wonder Girl. Beast Boy, Superboy, this is Connor Kent. Robin, this is Tim Drake. And Raven. Yes. And by the way, him being bi is stupid. I don't accept it. I read his comic, I'm not going to buy the frickin' trade because it's stupid. Like a lot of people think it's a stupid idea. I'm just frickin' bi or gay. Stupid idea. He's straight. He's a straight man. So, yeah. So, trains Teen Titans. Of course, she doesn't turn out at first. And then basically kind of in the way Kid Flash bribes her with pizza. Because, like, pizza like Hawaiian. Yeah, it's so hilarious. But I think it's great the fact they actually did this. So, they continue to be part of this by being part of the Teen Titans, which, by the way, the very month this issue came in 47, she joined the Teen Titans. Yep, she joins the Teen Titans officially. Issue 21. So, they go out and deal with this guy, and we have Roy show up wearing his spot. Yes, his spot. Yes, he actually would sport this particular facial hair in the pages of Outsiders. Which they do bring up Outsiders this issue. They actually make a guest appearance here, along with Constantine Draken. Yes, seriously. He pops up in these issues. Yeah, really fun stuff here when it comes to this. Mm-hmm. And for the next few issues, they're fighting him. Or they're basically also doing a team up here with the Outsiders to rescue Roy. Yep, they team up with the Outsiders. Just rescue Roy from Constantine Drago. And then apparently they run into the Riddler. Well, this looks nothing like the Riddler. Who this is, it could be the Riddler, but I'm not really sure. But this culminates in issue 50, a double-sized issue. A questionable war. Yeah, so you have the Outsiders, which, by the way, Joe Eddick was actually writing Outsiders at this point, so it makes sense that he would have make a guest appearance. Oh, yeah, and they also bring up, we have Indigo wearing this skimpy attire, and Oliver's like, what's she all about? And I was like, can't say I know. Yeah, she's reprogrammed. Oh, and by the way, this was, I think, before the Insiders stuff where she basically turned out to be bad. And also, Shift slept with her. Yes, seriously. So, yeah, I've guessed there's like Batman here. The way this character is drawn, it seems like it's a woman, but it's a guy. They say it's a riddle. I mean, look at this guy. This is clearly not the Riddler. Yeah, who this random guy is, it could be Constantine Drago. I'm not sure. But no, not really. Not him. Yeah, he says, riddle me this, Green Arrow. Yeah, the way he's dressed, that's not the Green Arrow. It's not Riddler. Yeah, I'm like, what the heck is this? Why the heck do we have to have a guy who claims to be the Riddler even though he doesn't even dress like him? Yeah, apparently this is his fact he wears the wrong outfit. Yeah, I don't know why the heck he wears this outfit instead of one of his goofy attires he normally wears that I like to see him wear. But nope. Let's have him wear this black shirt. Just be like, I have a question mark tattoo on him for some reason. Being held previously held captive. And of course you have Oliver, who he had kidnapped Roy Harper for some reason. And then apparently they got freed off panel. Like, what the heck? And they go home, and then their home was destroyed, leading to the events of the very next trade. Also have appearance in here by frickin' Deathstroke. Yep. This issue actually pretty good. Don't have an issue with them at all. Not necessarily. The only issue I have is issue 50 is the whole thing with the Riddler. Like, why the heck is he dressed like this for? Couldn't he, I don't know, put on his, like, green jumpsuit or anything to identify this is the Riddler aside from a question mark tattoo? Yeah, they say this is the Riddler, but by all appearances, this is not the Riddler. This is a random guy who they claim is the Riddler. That's why I claim anyways about this, because he doesn't dress like a Riddler. He looks more like a casual Riddler, not a regular Riddler. He doesn't have the question mark cane. It just seems like the actions of him in this issue makes no freaking sense. I mean, holding Green Arrow in Arsenal hostage and then walking away. I'm like, what was the point of kidnapping Roy Harper in the first place? Yeah, not much to say about that. But with this, I've almost got done with Joe Winnick's run for Green Arrow. And similarly enough, almost done with Mike Girl's run for Green Arrow as well, just by sheer coincidence. Yep, but the very next Comic Corner, I will be the second to last trade to collect them because I've already reviewed Volume 9 already, so I'll be capping them really soon, hopefully. Along with the final trade of Judd Winnick's run for Green Arrow and the final trade for Volume 3 to talk about. Okay, next video. Bye.